Hi, I'm Simon Ashford and I'm here to tell you about the Nexmo cloud communications platform from Vonage. We're a communications platform as a service provider. We offer a number of communications-based products, all available in the cloud, all driven through API, all on an as-a-service basis with utilization-based billing. We're also able to maintain context across all of these different products and all of these different APIs. Down here at the bottom we have a representation of your infrastructure, which includes applications, telephony infrastructure, call centers and bots that are capable of auto-responding. Now all of this could actually be in different data centers, potentially outsourced to different cloud providers or SIs. Doesn't really make a difference, but this is just a logical representation. We're now going to focus in on our SMS messaging API. Over here we have one of your customers. Now let's say one of your applications needs to send a message to a customer. In this scenario, your app can make an API call into Nexmo, and from there we can send a message to your customer. Now in this particular example, the customer happens to be on 3 here in the UK, but in reality they could be on Mobistra in Spain or pretty much any other network anywhere around the world thanks to our global reach. Now this message is likely to be an engineer visit, confirmation of a delivery slot or something like that, or maybe even a booking confirmation. The beauty of our platform is we support two-way SMS, so if this person can no longer make it, they can send a reply back, which in turn through APIs will reach into your application and advise them in real time. And therefore you can potentially reallocate that engineering slot or delivery slot or whatever it might be to one of your other customers, thereby saving your resources. At this point, you could also send the customer a link to download an app, which then allows them to reschedule through the app. Alternatively, you may send them a number to dial, or you could actually engage a workflow that calls the customer there and then and reschedules the appointment for them. Now let's move on to our voice API. Here's a customer, and the customer is going to make an inbound call to the Nexmo platform. This is coming in over a traditional phone line, calling a number provisioned through our platform, or potentially calling a number you've ported into our platform. From there, we can leverage voice XML and or API calls in real time to your applications to drive the call. So we may be pulling in data from your CRM system, we may be pulling in data in real time as to currency information, flight status, delivery information, pretty much anything real time, contextual, two-way interactions between your apps and our platform and your customers. There may be a scenario through this interactions where actually the customer needs to speak to one of your agents, at which point we can then connect the call through to your telephony infrastructure and forward it on to one of your agents. We could actually do the same thing through SIP and forward the call onto your SIP trunking, and we also supply SIP trunking as well as one of our products. We also offer the ability to record the call. Now we may actually record a single leg of the call, or equally we may record the whole call. We may conference in a supervisor, for instance, and at that point we only record the call once an escalation has occurred. These recordings are in a variety of formats and they're encrypted. Our voice platform offers some simple yet high value use cases, such as masking telephone numbers between a traveller and a taxi driver, or potentially a hotelier or a small B&B in the travel industry, for instance. This application is commonly called voice proxying. Let's move on to our Verify API. Our Verify API is used for two-factor authentication. It's actually a mashup of our voice and SMS API. And this speaks to some of the great things of using APIs, whether they're APIs you've built yourself in-house, APIs exposed by other cloud providers you may have, or whether it's the APIs through the Nexmo platform. You can mash together a multitude of APIs to achieve different things. In this scenario, we've taken our voice and SMS API and mashed them together to provide our Verify product. Here's a customer, and this customer is interacting with one of your applications through your website or something like that. And at this point in time, we want to know this customer is genuine, and we ask them to enter a PIN. At which point your application will connect to the Verify API. From there, we'll send an SMS to the customer's mobile phone, giving them a 4-digit PIN. The 4-digit PIN can then be entered into the website. Whether they're browsing this on a tablet, a laptop, a mobile phone, it's all the same thing. Now let's say for some reason this SMS isn't delivered. We don't get a delivery receipt from the network or from the handset, or for some other reason, maybe a period of time has elapsed and they haven't yet responded. We can now leverage our voice API to make a call to the customer and use text-to-speech to tell them the code, and they can enter it that way. There are several reasons that we'd want to do these sort of things. We can reset passwords securely. We can use it for account sign-up. We then know we have a working phone number for the customer. We can block fake accounts being created. We can validate transactions. So let's say you've got something which is a high-risk transaction. You may want to introduce this additional security step as part of that process. And we can also help prevent account takeover. And that's it from me. We have many more cloud-based communications products I'd love to tell you about, all driven through APIs, many customer use cases that we can talk through. If you'd like to get in touch, here's my email address, and also a link to our website that covers some more use cases.